Bedtime stories with CrispySkates. And I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. So let's pick up where we left off last week. All right. Excuse me so much. I'm so sorry. Okay. He slipped out of the room, quietly paid his bill at the bar. As soon as he got outside, sauntered around quietly in the inn yard. There cannot be any harm, he said to himself, and my only just looking at it. The car stood in the middle of the yard, quite unattended. The stable helps the other hangers on at the other end of the diner. Toad walked slowly round it, inspecting, criticizing, musing deeply. I wonder, he said to himself presently, I wonder if this sort of car starts easily. The next moment, he hardly knew it came about. He found himself, he had the handle and was turning it. As the familiar sound broke forth, the old passion seized the frog and completely mastered him, his body and soul, as if he deemed he was in a dream. Somehow, seated in the driver's seat, as if he had pulled up the lever and swung the car door around the yard and through the archway, and as if in a dream, all the sense of right and wrong was gone. All the fear of obvious consequences seemed importantly temporarily suspended. He increased his pace, and the car devoured the street and leapt forth on the high road through the open country. He was only conscious that the toad once more, toad at the best, at the highest, toad the terror, toad the traffic quarreler, the lord of the trail, before whom he gave way or smitten into nothingness. The everlasting night, he chanted as he flew, and the car responded. He sped through the wither, fulfilling his instincts and living, and his living home reckless without the might to him. To my mind, observed the chairman of a bench magistrate cheerfully, the only difficulty that presents in the otherwise very clear case is how we can possibly take it sufficiently hot of incorrigible rouge that this hardened ruffian whom he see cowering in the dock before us. Let me see, he said. Been found guilty on the clearest evidence first of stealing the valuable motor car. Secondly, of driving the public in danger. And thirdly, of gross impatience to the rural police. Mr. Clerk, if you tell us, please, what will be the very stiffest penalty we can impose for each of these offenses, without, of course, giving the prisoner the benefit of the doubt, because there isn't any. The clerk scratched his nose with his pen. Some of the people would consider, he observed, that stealing the motor car was the worst of the offense, and so it is. Checking the police, undoubtedly the worst offense, so it is. but checking the police undoubtedly carries the severest penalty. So it ought, supposedly, you were to say 12 months for the theft, which is the mild, and 3 years for the fury of driving, which is the lenient, and 15 for the check, which is the petty bad sort of check. Judging by what you've heard, the witness box, if you've only believed 1/10 of the part that you've heard, I will never believe myself those figures even more, if added together correctly, tot up to 919 years. First rate, the chairman. So you had better make it a round 20 and be on the safe side, concluded the clerk. An excellent suggestion. The chairman said approvingly, Prisoner, pull yourself together and stand up straight. It's going to be 20 years for you this time. And the mind of you appear before us again, and the charge shall be whatever it shall be. To deal with you is very seriously. All right, guys, I'm very sorry, but we're gonna cut it short right there because I am falling asleep. But until tomorrow night, keep it crispy, friends. Oh, thank you so much for coming. I fell asleep earlier. I'm so sorry. But we're going to continue tomorrow night too. But we did a few minutes here, and I'll pick back up for you tomorrow. Until then, keep it crispy. Love you guys. Peace out.